Okay, friends, here we go. It's Bellringer time. This is day 4, Thursday's assignment. Please make sure that you're watching the video and taking notes as we go. So pause the video, solve the problem on your own, and then double check your work using the work that I'm showing you on the video. Okay? So we're going to start with our daily fact family. These are great to sharpen your multiplication memory. Let's think for a second. 12 times 4. Now, of course, if you don't remember that, think of like a dozen eggs, right? How many eggs do you have if you have 2 dozen? 24. If you have 4 dozen eggs, just double your 24 and you get 48. Thanks to the, which property is it that tells us? We can flip-flop those. Think of little cars driving around and your parents complaining about getting stuck in traffic. The commutative property says that we can multiply those in either order, 12 times 4 or 4 times 12, and still get the same product or answer. All right, now for division, we don't have the commutative property. We have to start with our dividend always. And the dividend is the number that you're going to divide into groups. So 48 divided by 4 gives us 12 in each group. Or you could do 48 divided by, oh, I said that wrong. 48 divided by 12 gives us 4 in each group. Blech, tongue twister. Okay, moving right along, have a little measurement to spice up our day here. Let's see, 21,120 feet is equivalent to how many miles? And look, they don't really expect you to memorize that. You just need to figure out 21,120 feet divided by 5,280 feet is going to give you how many miles total. So here we have total feet. We're dividing that by feet that are in each mile. And so our answer will represent our number of miles. Now, this is kind of a hard division problem, so I definitely encourage you to pause this video and work on it for a few minutes, and then resume the video and kind of compare your work with what I figured out. So there's lots of ways to figure this out. I just know that probably, my prediction is that most 5th graders are going to look at this number here and get kind of intimidated by thinking they have to divide by this very large number. So my suggestion is, if that's the way you're feeling, kind of like deer in headlights, how do I divide by such a large number? Just kind of come over to the side of your paper and like play with it a little bit. So I already multiplied 5,280 feet times 2 to figure out how many feet would be in 2 miles. And that got me to 10,560 feet. So now I'm going to do 5,280. Let's just do it by 3 just to kind of, let's start small and go from there. So 3 times 0 is 0, of course. And I just almost put 3 because I'm half asleep. 3 times 8 is 24. Put down the 4. Carry the 2. 3 times 2 is 6. Plus 2 more is 8. And 3 times 5 is 15. Okay. 5,280. Let's do times 4 and see what we get. 4 times 8 is 32. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3 more is 11, and 4 times 5 is, okay, so that's 21. Ah, look at that. Solved it. 5,280 times 4 gives me 21,120. There you go. So in this case, I did it not by trying to do long division with this crazy number, because that would be hard, but by just multiplying up and seeing where I got. You tell me if you get the same answer. Now, part 2 of the problem asked me to do something else. 6 miles is equivalent to how many feet? So now for this one, I'm going to take my 5,280 and multiply it by my 6 miles. And so my answer will be my total number of feet. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 8 is 48. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 4 more is 16. Whoops. There goes my brain at the end of the day. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 4 more is 16. And 6 times 5 is 30. Plus 1 more is 31. Oh my goodness. 31,680 feet. Wow. Volume. This is a great way to wrap up my day, Anna. Wrap up my day with some volume. Okay, so we've got some layers here. How many layers of cubes do you see? Got my base layer in red, that's 1. Middle layer in blue is 2. Top layer in green, that's 3. And then of course, this face here is part of my top layer. So I've got 3 layers. So whatever those layers are, I can multiply them times a height of 3. Height of 3. I've got a width of 3. Oh, it's a perfect cube. So it's a 3 by 3 by 3. It's a perfect cube. 3 times 3 times 3. We could even write that like this. Look, guys. 3 to the 3rd power. 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 times 3 gives us 27 cubic units. Look, cubic units right there for you. All right, last one. Name and tell everything you can about the following shape. Here's the biggest question. Is it a polygon or is it not a polygon? It is not a polygon because it has a curved side. Polygons must only have straight sides. And that's it, folks. Good job. Thanks for joining me.